Hello, Scott again, and welcome back to another video. Now, as you can see by the title, following the addition of the Mini in my last video, joining me as my daily driver, I thought I would give you a full sort of, let's say garage, apart from I don't have a garage, I don't own one, or like fleet update. So just an update of all my vehicles currently, what they're doing, what I'm doing with them, plans, etc, because I'm now currently up to four cars at the same time, which seems a bit ludicrous. It feels a bit ludicrous, but I also can't part with any of them because I love them too much. But that's what this video is about. So we're going to start at the newest, at the sort of like freshest vehicle to join the fleet, being my Mini JCW. So off we go. So newest car to the collection, I am in the Mini. So the Mini, it's just joined me. As I said in the video, a lot more to come on it. I'm not going to go too much into it now. Pretty much there's more coming in videos. Obviously I'm going to give a full spec, run through and all that in time to come, and why I got this and just explanation. But for now, it's the newest vehicle. It's my daily driver. It's joined. See how many miles I've already done. I've done just over 1,000 miles. I've done about 1,400 miles in this, I think, so far. That seems a lot. Maybe 800. I can't remember what it started on, but I've done about 1,000 miles in here. I know they're not similar, but yeah. And I don't regret it. It is perfect for what I want it for, and that's what I think I've got with a Mini. It's fantastic. It's here. It's my daily, and it's already getting a lot of use. So on to the next car. Short but sweet on the Mini, because I haven't really done much with it yet. I really haven't introduced it to the channel. It's got a lot more airtime to show, and I've got just more videos to bring you with it. So I wasn't going to go through any of them because it would just take too long. I'd waffle too much. So short and sweet, to the point. Next, we move on to my second newest vehicle, but also my oldest, being my Volvo 850R. Now, obviously those of you who follow the channel, this joined me in September last year, so September 2024, as an addition to my red Volvo 850, which is 10 valve GLT. I wanted the 850R because I wanted the 20 valve turbo. It's the top of the range. I wanted it. It's a bit of a modern classic, and that's sort of like why I love it. I absolutely adore this car. And when I got the Mini in that video, I said that this car isn't going anywhere. Buying the Mini wasn't to replace or get rid of one of my other cars. It was simply an addition. And yeah, those of you who like the Volvo content, I know I've got quite a few followers on here who are fantastic, help me with just general tips and information about these cars. Like, I found out the history of this green Volvo, which I'll probably bring you a video on because I found it really, really interesting, and I like documenting it. But yeah, I'll probably bring you a video on that. But it's not going anywhere. I love this thing. I love the way it drives. I love the way it looks. I realised I was doing that off camera. I love the way it looks. I love just the feel of it. Just the fact that you don't see many of these about anymore. Like, only time I've ever seen other Volvo like 850Rs is on the owners group, or if I've been to a sort of Volvo specific sort of meet, I've seen one, I think. But they're getting a bit thin on the ground. I think there's about 70 left on the road at the moment, so it is a rare car, which means that when I take it out places, the appreciation it gets, I love it. I love engaging with people about the car. I love them asking me about the car. I love sharing my story about it all, and I really do love this car. I don't regret buying it at all. I may have paid more than I should have. Like I said in the video, when I bought it, I paid about 9,500 and then 500 to get it brought over from Northern Ireland. So pretty much 10 grand I put into this car, but I really wanted a manual 850R. So I paid to get exactly what I wanted, and I don't regret it at all. It's fantastic, it drives fantastic, it makes such a nice sound out of it, and this must have been an absolute machine back in the 90s when it came out, because it still gives cars, like, bearing in mind the speed of cars these days with all the small capacity turbos which kick out like an insane amount of horsepower for the size, it still gives some of these cars a run for its money. And I've got plenty of plans with this. I know I've only had it about 7 months now, and I haven't really shown it on the channel. I haven't really done anything with it. I know I haven't really, I'm just walking down the road now casually, I haven't really done anything. I haven't really shown you anything. I haven't really brought you any information on it, but it needs some work, it needs some love. This car was off the road for about 4 years before I got it. It hasn't really done many miles, and it needs a bit of loving. And unfortunately, due to circumstances, I haven't been able to give it this loving it needs yet. So because for the age of the car, it's 28 years old and it is so clean, so clean. But yeah, like I said, this car needs work. I'm gonna stop rattling my keys because that's gonna throw everyone off. This car needs work. It's been off the road for 4 years, and in that time I don't think it's had a good service. Brakes need doing, the tyres have got age-related cracking on them, they need changing. So it's like the list is just like adding up. It's got the classic Volvo 850 odometer broken gear issue. I want to fix that as well, because it's been on 144,747 miles since I bought it and since it was MOT'd, and I think I've done about at least 3,000 miles with this car. So I want to get that fixed. I want to give it a good service. I want to get new tyres on it, new brakes on it, but I want to do a lot of this work myself, and that's what takes the time, is getting the time around working schedules and all that to do the work on my car. But cars. I'm currently doing some bits on the Focus, which I'll go into later, and I just needed some time. Need this. I don't want to ruin the car. I love driving it. I don't want to run it into the ground by not giving it the maintenance and the love it needs. So that's sort of where I'm at with this. It's got all those sort of things. And then finally, to add to the long list of things my 850R needs doing to it, it's got a whine. It's not like a belt whine, it's not a high pitch, it's just like a strong. It's hard to describe. I'll turn the car on in a minute and see if we can get it. But I'm actually in the car park outside Aldi now because I came to get some shopping. That has no relevance in this video. But I've got a new serpentine belt to put on, and I feel like the noise is the power steering pump, because, or it's something on that system, something on the aux system, the aux belt, the serpentine belt, is something on there, because it's coming from the right hand side of the block, which is where the belt, the alternator, the power steering pump and all of that is, and when you put your foot on the accelerator, it sort of goes gets louder from that side. So it's coming from there. It's something there. It could be the belt, could be a pulley, could be the power steering pump. There's only one way to find out, but I don't want to just keep doing it until failure. I want to get it sorted. So that's next on the list with the 850R. Give it a good service, give it a good love, and get it on the road. And who knows, this might make it around the Nürburgring one day. Fingers crossed, because I really want it to. Okay, so as you may have noticed, I'm working in chronological order. I'm pretty sure I've already said that. So next car that brings us onto is my red Volvo 850. Now, my red Volvo 850, for those of you who are relatively new to the channel, hasn't been seen for a while. I don't think I've driven this thing for probably about 6 months now. It's not been on the road. It's currently not taxed, not MOT'd either. It's just sat here, just waiting for some love. Now, obviously there's a video about my plans, and I'm in two minds about this car. I absolutely love it. It's on 191,729 miles. It's so close to reach that 200,000 mile mark, and then I can officially put it as a 200,000 mile high mileage hero, which would be fantastic. And it was my daily for a couple of years. So I've owned this car now since March 2022, so just over 3 years, and I've probably done about 14,000 miles in that time. Most of them actually came in the first period. Over recent years, it's just been more bits have been going wrong. It's been needing more love. I had a load of suspension refreshed, a new alternator on it. Hindsight, I should have done a lot of this work myself, and then it started to develop a noise in the rear right sort of suspension quarter back area. I don't know exactly what the noise is, but it developed something back there which I need to look into, which is why it's been sat here. Other things, it sort of idles a bit high. I need to look into that. And the classic wing rust. I replaced the right hand one, not the best. I need to probably take that off, wire wheel it all down, get the rust out of it again, because I put one that was slightly rusty on and painted it, but then I can repaint that myself. And then I've got one sat in my shed for the other side. But that's sort of where this car is now. I've been rambling, I've given you the update. Have I given you the update? So I said I was in two minds. Do I keep this as is, just in a time freeze, in sort of effectively storage, not really doing much, or do I put it in for an MOT, find out what it needs to pass the MOT, and do the work myself on it? Just because then I can slow time it, it's got my other cars to use. I've got so much work to do on all these cars. I line out for myself, but I really would like to put this thing back on the road and get it going. Now, that being said, this car has not started in about 3 months. I haven't done anything to it other than 29 minutes ago I put a brand new, I charged the battery and put the battery in. So let's see if it wants to go. Oh, on the button. Now, I don't know if you can hear that, but it is ticking. Now it does that because it hasn't been used in a while, and it's sort of like ticking on the hydraulic lifters. Now this car does not have a lot of fuel in it. I need to put some in, but that's unbelievable. It wants to live. Yeah. So let me know in the comments if you'd like to see me put this car back and get it somewhat to its former glory and somewhat being used again, or what you'd like to see. So I would really like to take my Volvo, the 850R, maybe this, to Sweden as a sort of road trip thing, all in the long-term goals, but that is something, ideas that are going through the head. I'm not quite there yet, but that's where I am with this car. So on to the next. Okay, so last but not least, my longest serving car, and actually the car I've owned for like the longest ever in my entire life. I've never owned anything else this long. I've had this since February 2021, so 4 years 4 months now. 4 years 4 months. That's sort of like timelines when I filmed this, but pretty much I filmed this and then it's not long after gone up. So yeah, and I've had this for 4 years and 4 months, and it has served me well. It's only had a few minor issues. I'm gonna bring out a long-term owner's sort of review and my issues or bits that I've had gone wrong, because a lot of people do. I've had a lot of comments sort of asking me what I've had to change, what issues I've had with the car, and I've not actually had too many. All I've had to change in the lifetime is 2 wheel speed sensors and there's horns, but the horns were my problem because I let the car alarm go off for too long and it burnt out, so I'm not counting that one. But it's due. So plans for the Focus. This thing, I bought it with the intention to get it around the Nürburgring, and it is still the intention to take this thing to the green hell. I was about to say the ring, but I said green. So the green hell, the ring, whatever you want to call it. Still my intentions to take it there. It's gonna it'd be a fantastically fun car to get around there, because obviously it's manual, all-wheel drive, and still pretty quick. So I really can't wait to do that. I've set like a hard stop of a special birthday for me, being by the time I turn 30, which is fast approaching, a couple of years now. So I've got a hard stop of 2 years to get this thing to the ring. But other plans for it in the meantime, obviously taking it away from doing as many miles and daily driving, because it's actually up to 48,128. So I bought the car when it was 18,000 miles, so I have done a fair bit of mileage in this car, about 30,000. So it's coming up to sort of like, I've had it serviced every year, but the brakes need changing. So that's next on the list for this car, is for me to get round to changing all the discs and pads, because Ford quoted me something a bit outrageous. I want to say it was £1,350, so £1,350 to change discs and pads for me. So I have bought the parts, and I've had the parts sat for quite a while, which I haven't got around to doing them yet. And I think that cost me about £400 to £500 to get the disc and pads for the car. So £900 cheaper by doing it myself. Obviously I probably could have got it cheaper at like a specialist or whatever, but I'm going to take £900 saving. So £900 saving to put into something else. I just need to. That's why working on your own cars where you can is quite good. But yeah, so to give a quick little in my little scenic rendezvous. Ooh. Quite a nice little area this, so it's like that. But this thing always looks magnificently clean, even with so I cleaned it properly maybe 2 months ago, and then I sprayed it, jet washed it the other day, and it still looks absolutely fantastic. I love this thing. It's not going anywhere at all. So it needs discs and pads all round, and it's got a few little chippies here, but other than that, she's pretty good to go. So pretty happy. Yeah, all in, pretty happy at that. Like, get this and pads done. Tyres are pretty fresh, and I'm taking it so it's not doing as much daily driving it has been, because it is racking up the miles. Obviously it's here to be driven, but I'd rather use the miles on this for getting it round a track. So that might be the next step for this, is a track day. Who knows? Right, let's get it booked in. Anyway, that is complete newest to oldest update on all of the cars in the fleet, all the cars in the collection, and my plans, what's going on with them. They're still here, they're all still here, you've seen them all, and that was pretty much it. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you've made it this far, don't forget, hit that like, subscribe, drop us a comment, and any suggestions, anything you'd like to see, just let me know. And thank you all for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye for now.